Well, Rob, into round 2 now and Wasps this weekend, but you got off to the dream start last weekend. Give us your reaction to that first and foremost.
Oh, it's like anything, you know, almost collecting points at this stage of the year feels the most satisfying thing, and to get 5 points in the first round, as good as you can do. We're off to a nice start now, and that's a foundation for us to build on. And I've always said it's the steady collection of points over the course of the season that really matters. That it was backed up by a really good performance, and that performance was one that was held together with a lot of hard work is massively satisfying. And then to see the guys under a little bit of scoreboard pressure early in the game be able to stick at things and not panic, and know that if we did what we do and do it very well, that we'll get the rewards. And then to see those rewards come as they did, and the players exploit those later match situations as well as they did and as clinically as they did, was very satisfying.
You only know so much from pre-season, so you were going into the unknown in some ways, but after that now you have genuine footage you can work with, and you said after the game that there was plenty for the boys still to work on, even though you've come out with a 46 victory.
Well, I think where we've got to be careful is we weren't perfect. I mean, where we were perfect in our attitude and our desire to work really hard, and that's very pleasing, and there's no criticism there for the amount of effort we put in. We weren't quite as clinical probably as we would have liked to have been in the first half, because we did make a couple of breaks that should have perhaps threatened more than they did, or been finished a little better than they did. But again, you know, at that stage you are working against a fresh Tigers team who are scrambling and fighting very hard, and so those things are harder to exploit. But I think the thing we've got to be a little bit careful of is, especially when you see the repercussions of the result, and with Leicester making some management changes, you know, we do have to be careful and sit and wonder whether it was a fully happy Leicester camp, and whether it was well prepared as it possibly could have been, because for obvious reasons there was probably something going on within the setup there, and we've probably just got to be a little bit careful that, as good as a result it was, we've probably just got to be careful and think, well, there's maybe some stiffer challenges ahead, and one of those might come right around the corner this weekend against Wasps.
I was going to say, Wasps is a notoriously tough place to go. Only one win up there in all the time they've been at the Rico. You know exactly what's coming at you this weekend, and them themselves, they come off a very good win at Worcester.
Yeah, I mean, I think they probably aren't getting the credit they deserve for that win at Worcester. You know, in my experience, going away on the first day of the season and getting any kind of points is pretty good. And so to go to Worcester and come away with 4 points, going into a home game, you do feel pretty good about yourself. And I think that shows that they've got a resilience about them already. They've now got 80 minutes under their first line, front line group of players, which will definitely help them. And we know from playing against them plenty of times that on their day, or given the opportunities or creating opportunities, they can be one of the most devastating attacking teams in the Premiership. On top of that, they look to have aligned a bit of genuine line speed to their defence, and they're kind of looking to create turnovers and creating pressure with their defence. And to me, they look like they're going to be a really stiff challenge for us. But at the end of the day, that's what the Premiership should be about, and it's certainly what games between teams who have ambitions to be at the top end of the Premiership, they should be tough. It should be hard for us at the weekend. And what I'm hoping and what I'm expecting is that we will also improve, having had another full match under our belts and the opportunity to get plenty of ball in play time and plenty of ball in our hands. And what I've got to hope is that our level of improvement after round 1 is greater than Wasps' level of improvement, and that will give us the best opportunity to get a positive result.
We know that the sport is very brutal and attritional, and it's going to take casualties at times. You picked up a couple of injuries last week, but on the plus side, you've got a number of boys very close now. Give us a little update in terms of where we are with injuries and availability of others coming back.
I mean, as people will have seen, Ollie Woodburn took a bang in the face late in the game. He's needed an operation, and will obviously be out for a period. We're hoping that it will be relatively short, so you know, kind of 4 to 6 week period. Nick White is in a boot at the moment with a foot issue, which obviously we'll assess over the coming days and weeks. But other than that, we came through pretty well, other than the usual bumps and bruises. And as I said, it's very pleasing to get such good game time into so many players. And on the positive side, in full training this week, so potentially available into the A-League. You know, Jack Knowles training pretty much full on now. Dave Dennis is training pretty much full on, as is Dave Ewers. Johnny Hill's pretty much training full on. Sam Hill's pretty much training full on. Most people will be aware that Alex Cuthbert played on Monday night. And on top of that, you know, we had a good A-League performance on Monday with with a lot of players playing very well and again getting good game minutes in a very positive performance. So our squad strength, even though we've picked up a couple of injuries, is probably a little bit stronger, especially after this weekend when we've got the two games with the Monday night game, with the Sunday game. And hopefully, if we don't pick up any injuries this weekend, we're starting to get close to what we would call as a maximal squad going forward.